Hello guys, how are we doing? Whoa, what a lovely day it is today. Tell you what, nice and sunny here in St Helens. Let's just go and give you a quick look at where I'm at. Yep, back at the park again. How are you lot doing anyway? You alright? Oh, it's better. Right, so tell me a little bit about yourselves. What are we up to? You enjoying the sun? Well, I am. I thought I'd come on, just give a quick update really on what's been going on. So this is my second video. The first video, if you haven't seen it, you're not missing much, to be honest with you. I watched it back and it was pretty awful, I must admit. Lots of things that I would have changed about it, but the only thing that you can do is just keep it rolling, just keep it going. These videos where I'm talking about myself, I'm not going to be cutting and copying and pasting and editing and shit like that. I'm only filming on a S21 Ultra. I've got no camera equipment whatsoever. So that's unfortunately what we're stuck with at the moment, until maybe, I don't know, I might go down the route of getting a few bits of camera equipment. I don't know. We'll just see how far this goes really. So what I wanted to just have a quick update with you today at the moment is just a few things really that I said on the last video. I just wanted to clarify a few things for you really. The first one that I've just mentioned, I've got no video gear, so it is just going to be me and my phone, unfortunately. So please don't give me any negative vibes over that. It is what it is. If it bothers you that much, then maybe you can shell out for some camera equipment for me. Who knows? Well, so the next thing I wanted to say is I'm not a very good speaker. I think we managed to suss that one out in the last video, but I will keep it as quick and neat as possible as I can. Like I said, had a few health issues. Now this is going to be a main concern of mine now going forward, because sometimes with my issue with regarding my back, like everything, I have good days, I have bad days. Some of the bad days are really bad. You know, it's a case of sometimes I can't even get a shower without being completely wiped out then for the rest of the day. You know, having to go lie down because my back's absolutely wrecking me. You know, and there's some days where I feel real chipper and chirper, like today. I mean, it's a lovely day. Who wouldn't feel chipper and chirper on a lovely day? Sorry about that. Ducks are making a little bit of noise over there. So yeah, you know, that's one thing that I wanted to sort of get clear with you. There's a few people walking past now, so apologies, I'm just waffling crap. So yeah, there's going to be these sort of videos are going to be uncut, but I'm going to be doing videos later on in the future, maybe in the coming weeks. It's going to be a bit of a project, so it's going to be a case of there will be stop and start on the camera, and I will try and piece that together as best I can really. Hopefully it won't look too shambolic. Hopefully it'll be in some sort of order for you. Like I said, I've no great skill in that department, so you know, you're just going to have to bear with me on that, I'm afraid. And sorry for me looking around, but yeah, I'm in a park, so there's quite a few people around. I don't want to look like I'm just like a sad lonely old git sat on the bench waffling to myself really. So yeah, one thing I did notice on last week's video really was just how bad I look. Now I don't mean sort of looking like a Picasso. Having said that, I do notice that I talk out one side of my mouth, which I've never noticed that before, to be honest with you. Yeah, I seem to talk out the side of my mouth for some reason. And so, like I said, it's just going to be a few sorts of things there. I've mentioned my pain, mentioned the video gear, not a good speaker, just another couple of points that I've wanted to make really. On the last video I touched about sort of sharing my life, sharing the ups and downs of it really. The next part is going to be quite influential really, because what I'm going to attempt to do is going to be, you know, making some sort of a well, I can't say yet. No, I can't. There's going to be lots of changes this week for me. I thought it was going to be last week. One of the main changes did happen last week actually, but I'll go to that in a little bit further detail once there's a little bit of sort of free space around me really, like now. So yeah, I've suffered with depression, as you know. I've suffered with a bad back, I've had 2 hip replacements. My life is very restrictive at the moment, so this next part of my journey is going to be very, very sort of demanding. It's either going to make me or it's going to break me, and I know that. Hopefully I will have some support from yourselves, because I've got no support anywhere else. I've got no support network or anything. I want to try and move on with my life. For the last 5 years I've just been sat at home doing nothing, afraid to go out because of the pain, afraid to go out because I'm not I've lost all my social skills really, you know, talking to people, you know. And as for meeting a girl, well, you know, meeting a woman, who the friggin' hell is going to want to sort of chat to me and get to know me? If anyone out there, you know, knows of anybody who might be interested in a bit of a Shrek like me, well, you know what to do, point me in the right direction. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to update you. The next stage is going to be really difficult. It's going to be difficult for me to do, so please bear with me, because it's going to mean ultimately that I am in a lot of pain. So yeah, I've just got a little list here of little bullet points really that I wanted to make. Yeah, that's it really. So the next part of my midlife crisis is here. The next video will explain all. Do we want to? I was kicking off with ducks down here. Should we have a little look? Should we have a little look and see what the ducks are doing? Let's just have a little squiz around. Here we go. See what they're up to. Well, they're not up so much now, are they? They've finished kicking off, I think. But yeah, I'm at this Taylor Park where I was last week. Absolutely beautiful here today. I love coming here. You know, you can just have a nice casual stroll round if you want. I mean, I used to go sort of power walking round here before I had all my issues, and I used to do, you know, like 3 or 4 times around this little dam, and it was lovely. You know what I mean? You get to say hello to people and just chill out, have my headphones on, bit of music. That's like a little sort of boathouse there, or whatever they want to call it. It's a little cafe anyway, if you want to get a coffee or whatever. And there's a little ice cream van. It's always there. A bit expensive though, but never mind. I'll tell you what, shall I go for a little I'll go for a little just me and thee. Oop. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to say, give an update really as to what I was going to be doing. Next video will explain a lot more on what I'm actually doing, what I'm planning on doing. So hopefully, like I said, you will join me on that. I'm sorry if I'm repeating things, a bit repetitive. I do have a mind like a sieve. You know, some people call it brain fog. As one other vlogger on YouTube says, can't remember shit. CRS he's got. I think I've got CRS as well. Can't remember shit. And that person is Mark. I just want to give a big shout out to Mark. I will tag him in the below. He's a guy who lives he's in Cornwall, and he travels around quite a bit. Funny guy, great outlook on life. So I will put his details in, and if you want to give him a follow, you can do. Right, so that's it for me really. Keep an eye out for the next vid, and I shall see you shortly. Take care, guys.